friends, welcome back. In last video we have done the sign up process of Replit.com, and in this video we are going to start writing a code with the Python language. In the REPL we have generated with generate pool name. So one by one, we first of all we will understand the concept we can implement with this program, and finally we will complete this program with the help of the concept we learn. Okay, so first of all we are going to understand what is the printing to the console in Python. So currently we are not going to write any GUI type of program. It will be purely console application to understand the concept in Python. So guys, print is something we have in the Python language. As you can see, main.py file we have, and here you can write the code here. And three panel you can see here in the replit.com website. Left hand side first panel is the files, where you can see the file different you can generate here. Second one is the coding panel, where you can write the code, and third one is the console, where you can see the output. So guys, in the coding panel I will write some code like print, and inside the print we can have round bracket. After the print keyword we can have the round bracket. Inside round bracket we can have double quotes and hello Python something message I can type here. Okay, once the message you have typed, you can simply click on the run, and the shortcut for the run button is the control enter. So you can also press control enter here. So if I click on the run, you can see the output we have hello Python. Whatever we written here inside the double inverted comma, that you will see here. So simply the print function you can use for printing some message on the console, and the message might be anything you want. Okay, so Python, you with any programming language you need to follow some rules, and according to the rules if you write the code, then only it will work. Okay, say suppose here we started the double inverted comma, but if you are not ending this double inverted comma, you will see some error here. And even if you try to run this code, it will show the syntax error. Okay, so normally with the syntax you need to write the code, and if you do not follow the rules, then it will not run properly. Okay, so double inverted comma if you are starting, you need to end. Similarly round bracket we are starting here, that we need to end. Okay, so that is something the fundamentals you need to follow with any programming language you are working in. So in this Python we are going to follow the rules given by the Python. Okay, so print is the simple function we have to print any message on the console. You can use the print method. Okay, so this is the simple fundamental. To print any message we can use print function. Next we have string manipulation. Okay, so with the print method you can see we write something inside the double inverted comma. So whatever we write inside double inverted comma, this is called the string. Like here I write double inverted comma ABCD, so that is a sequence of character. So simple definition of the string is it is a sequence of character. Okay, and we can have any number of character between this double inverted comma. Okay, and inside the print method we have hello world. Okay, so with the hello world, if I want to print any other message, you can also write like plus very good something. Okay, so that this is how we have two string right now. First one is a hello Python, and second one is a very good string. Okay, and we are concatenating two strings. We are merging two strings with the help of plus operator. So if you run this code, you can see two message we have. One is hello Python, second one is very good. Okay, you can also have one special character, that is slash n we have. Okay, so slash n is mainly will help you to have a new line. As you can see, I just have slash n here, so it is normally split our line. Okay, so slash n will help you to jump on the new screen and print the message on the new screen. What is the whatever next string we have, it will get printed on the new screen. Okay, so that is something we can say it is a string. Whatever you write here inside the double inverted comma, that will behave like a string. It is called string in programming terminology, and string is simply nothing but it is a sequence of character. If you combine more than one character, then it is called string, right? So that is some fundamental we have with the string. Okay, so guys, we will continuously work with the string throughout the programming until whatever time you are writing a code, you will definitely deal with the string. Okay, so that is something concept, we can say it is a string manipulation. You can merge two string, and you can also split the line by with the help of a slash n, that is a special character in programming Python. Okay, next you can see we have input function. Okay, so input function, let me show you how input function will help you. So guys, input, if I type here, and you can see just like a print, input is also the function, and it will help you to get the input from the user. Okay, so let me have, what is your name? Like here I am writing what is your name, that is a question I am asking. And next, if I run this code, it will ask me for the name. Okay, and it will return some value as well. Okay, so let me comment this previous code. So for comment out, you can see we can type control and slash, control plus slash. So it will make your code comment. Comment means it will get ignored by the compiler. Okay, so it will not get execute our this code, and ignored, simply it is ignored by. Okay, so input function we are discussing. So input function is what, something that you get from the user. Okay, like here let me wrap this input with the print function. Okay, so what does it mean? Input function will ask the user for input, his name. Okay, and whatever input by the user, it will get printed on the screen. Okay, so let me check the output with this code. So if I press Control Enter, you can see what is your name. Like here I type Sachin and press Enter. So Sachin get printed over here. Okay, so whatever input by the user, it will get printed on the next on the console with the help of print function. So guys, this is how the input function will help you to get the value from the user, whether you want to ask the name of the user, whether you want to ask the age or email id or anything, any data of from the user you want to get the input, you can continue with the input function, right? So this is what the input function which we will help use for getting the input from user. Okay guys, so guys, input function can help you to get the value or get the input from user. And accordingly, next we want to understand the variables in Python. So guys, variable is also the basic concept in the programming language. Whatever value you are getting from the user, you need to store it. Let's understand by simple example, like I have contact numbers in my book. Okay, but if I do not mention any name respective to the number, then definitely after some time, after 1 year, if I check the number, I will not understand whose number is that. Okay, so I need to mention name respective to the number in my contact directory. Similarly, in programming also, if we are getting some values, if we are working with different values, we need to store those value with the variables. Okay, so variable is some kind of container, we can say, inside which we can store some values. Okay, so let me let's understand by the example. Like here we are getting the name from the user, so I will create one variable here. As you can see, here I'm going to get the name of the user, so I will define name equal to input, what is your name. Okay, so this time we are storing the name of the user into name variable. So name is nothing inbuilt, but it is defined by the developer as per the coding requirement. Okay, so we store the name of the user inside name variable, and next I can print the name of the user here. Okay, so this is how it makes our coding easier. So before variable, you can see we are putting the input function inside the print function, that becomes somewhat complex, and we do not have any kind of future reference of that name. But here you can see we store the name of the user inside name variable, and that name will be available on the next line code also. Okay, so if I run this code, again it will ask me for the name, and if I type some name here and press enter, you can see the name in the next line. So again it is display with the same output, but this time our code is somewhat easier to understand in 2 line number of code. Okay, so this is what the variable, and you can store anything inside the variable. Let me have first underscore name here, suppose Sachin. Again here I'm going to store the name of Sachin, and let me comment this code as of now. So first name Sachin, last name Ramesh, and middle name, okay, not the last name Ramesh, but it will be middle name Ramesh, and last name I will set Tendulkar. Okay, so this is how 3 variables I created, right? And you can create any number of variables as per your requirement. Okay, so and these 3 variables I want to print, then I will write first name here, then plus, then space, then after last name here, and then after again I want space, and I will have middle name before the last name. So let me have middle name here. Okay, then after space, and then after last name. So this is how I concat all 3 variables and print the name, full name here. Okay, let me run and check the output. So guys, you can see now I can see Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar full name here. Okay, so this is how the variables can help you to store the value. Currently I have all the values statically taken, but you can also use the input function for getting all these values one by one. Okay guys, so in next video I will show you the full program step by step. How can you have a proper coding by taking the input from user and display on the console. So with this video we are ending our video, and in this video I hope you understand what is the print function we use for, what is the input function we use for, what are the variables we can have, and what does the string means. String means double quotes, as I said. Print will help you to print the message on the screen. Input will help you to get the input from user, and it will help you in all the next programs we are going to write on. So guys, stay tuned and don't forget to like this video and comment also, and also subscribe our channel. Thank you guys, thank you so much for watching this video.